Hello and welcome to another little week-long vlog. So it is Sunday, it is about 10 o'clock. I set my alarm for 8 a.m. today because the Formula One Grand Prix is in Belgium, and the kickoff for like the pre-race stuff was at 8. And then my alarm was about to go off. It was like 10 of 8. I was like, no, I'll turn my alarm off. Like, I'll just watch the replay. And then I woke up like, I don't know, like 5 or 10 minutes after 8. And I was like, oh, I should get up and watch it live so I don't get it, so it doesn't get ruined for me. Joke's on me. We've been in a rain delay and it's almost 10 o'clock. They said about like 8 or 10 more minutes. So I thought I would film the intro for this little vlog. So there are, including today, 1, 2, 3, 4, there are 5 days left in the month of July. So rather than doing some kind of theme or whatever, I'm just going to use this as a catch-up week because Friday starts Shark August, and of course I'm a team captain-y host person. So I want to make sure all my ducks are in a row and I am ready to compete because we're gonna win this. We are. I have faith in us. So I have 2 leftover Book of the Month books to finish up today. I have about 2 hours of The Wishing Game by Meg Schaefer. I listened to the audiobook of this one yesterday and I had a really good time. So it's about this girl, this woman, Lucy, and she's a little bit down on her luck, and her parents kind of like disowned her because her sister had this like some sort of disease or something where she was medically not well and she needed more attention. So Lucy ended up going with her grandparents more or less, and now she works as like a classroom assistant, classroom aide. She doesn't make a lot of money, but she met this little boy, Christopher, and he's, I think it's like 3rd grade or something, and they just really connected, and she wants to adopt him really bad, and they end up bonding over this book series, and the book series is very like Chronicles of Narnia-esque. So the author of this book series launches this contest. It feels very Willy Wonka, and he invites these kids who have reached out to him over the years, who are now adults, to come to this island where he lives and compete for this contest. And they think the prize is a copy of the one solo copy of the newest book in this series. I'm assuming that he's going to give these people, whoever wins, like the rights to continue writing the series, because another character in this book is the illustrator who Lucy had met a while ago when she was a teen, and she went to the island to meet this author. And he is there as part of this contest, but he doesn't really know what's going on. So it's pretty good. There were like 2 Harry Potter references in here, and that was a bummer. Without those, this would have been perfect because, like, honestly, there are so many iconic book series with like magicians and mages and magic. Like, you don't have to reference Harry Potter. I'm just saying. In the year of 2025, it's not necessary. So otherwise, I'm loving this. And then my physical read is Heartstrings and Other Breakable Things by Jacqueline Firkins. I read 2 more chapters last night in bed, so I'm on page 112 out of like 300 and some. I am also really enjoying this. It's kind of like your typical YA romance where we have, what's her name? Edie, and her parents have passed away, so now she lives with her aunt and like cousins, and she's going to school with them, and she's kind of like a Cinderella kind of thing. And then there's this boy, Sebastian, who she's kind of been in love with since forever. He's a childhood crush. And then there's like a local bad boy, Henry, who she starts to be interested in. So there's a little bit of a romance triangle, whatever. If you are also in the throes of watching The Summer I Turned Pretty and loving like YA romances, this could satiate your need for that. So there's that. I'm just kind of diamond painting while the race is trying to come on. So that's pretty much it. And then I want to film an intro for a vlog idea that I have in the works for the month of August. I'm going to be working on like many things. I made a list of ideas of like themes for weekly vlogs, but then I have like month-long things I'm going to be trying to do. And one of the things that I'm going to be doing is Book Cube. It's a new series I'm going to introduce on my channel, and I basically went through and I put post-it notes on all of my bookshelves and I numbered them, and I've seen this idea all over the place. Everyone is doing a read your shelves kind of thing, so this is not a new idea, it's just my take on it. And most of my bookshelves are like cube shape, those cubes that you get, you can see them back there, from like Walmart or Target or whatever. So I numbered each cube, and then I'm going to do like a random number generator, and I'm going to have to read every book in the cube. Some of the cubes will be easy because I've either already read a lot of the books or they need shifted around. Like my Jenny Han books, I just moved a bunch of them. So her like cube where her books are, it has 3 books in it. So if I get that one, that's super easy. But then I do have some super hard where like my shelves that aren't cubes, I just kind of numbered the shelf. So I'm going to have to read a whole shelf. I sort of want to pick my first shelf that I'm going to work on today. And then I'm also working on a vlog that I'm going to work on for the whole month of August based on Cassidy's Booked for the Summer challenge, and also for the Penguin Random House Employee Ambassador thing, one of the content ideas is like summer reading, so I want to kind of combine those two. So I think I have all my books together. I'm kind of trying to do some planning so I can match the challenges with the prompts and whatever. And those are like 2 vlogs that I guess I'm gonna run in the background for the whole month of August. I must think that I have all this time to read. I don't know. So before I go to bed, I'm gonna do some book mail real quick because this has been stacking up. I have 2 thrift books packages. I think they were doing like a deal, like double points or something, I don't know. So I indulged and I ordered some Dear America books for my collection. So I Thought My Soul Would Rise, The Diary of Patsy, a Freed Girl. This is like brand new. And then I have My Secret War, The World War II Diary of Madeline Beck. I've been trying to collect some Dear America books lately, obviously. Across the Wide and Lonesome Prairie, The Oregon Trail Diary of Hattie Campbell. And I have A Light in the Storm, The Civil War Diary of Amelia Martin. If you weren't obsessed with these as a kid, they're basically fictionalized, historical fiction, and they're diaries of different girls who, this one has a little stain, but that's okay, who lived through different historical time periods in America. But then there's also like the Princess Queen series as well. So and then this one, I've got more Dear America books. Okay, so first we'll do the Dear America books. I got The Winter of Red Snow, The Revolutionary War Diary of Abigail, Jane Stewart. I got Picture of Freedom, The Diary of Clote, a Slavery Girl. And I got The Girl Who Chased Away Sorrow, The Diary of Sarah Nita, a Navajo Girl. And then last week or a couple weeks ago, I read a book by Adrienne Trigani. It was The View from Lake Como. And I found out that she actually has several other books. And I found them on thrift books for pretty cheap. Are they a series? Yes. So we have Big Stone Gap. And then we have Big Cherry Holler. And we have Milk Glass Moon. So I think this is a series. Valentine Readers Circle. So I'm pretty sure they're just like general fiction with like some romance in there. But I had a really good time with the View from Lake Como, so I'm excited to try some other books by her. And now that I got that open and I can get the trash thrown away, which is fantastic, I also got my red, blue, and purple annotating supplies so I can read these books again. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and try and read all three, even though I honestly just reread the first two, so it's not like, well, I guess just the first one, so it's not like super necessary to reread them all again. But I kind of want to go through and tab. I thought I was going to do red for Conrad, and then blue for Jeremiah, and then purple for Belly, because Belly's like both. And then I'll do like green or something for other things that I want to tab. So this one, like I said, I just reread The Summer I Turned Pretty. So there's so many. There's so many tabs in it already, and I was using these cutesy little like sea creature tabs, but yeah, so I'm gonna do that. I have my alarm set for early. I'm gonna try and start waking up and working out again this week. Hopefully I will be successful at that, but we'll see. So I think I'm going to go ahead and read a couple chapters of Summer I Turned Pretty, and then go to sleep. I am very tired. Bye.